Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another Slammer game. That's right, we've got Strong Slammer in the top right of the map going up against xKawaiian. Back on the ladder, active, an ex-pro gamer who's just been dabbling back into the ladder, and soon after getting back in the ladder, they had the joy of running into Slammer. And of course, for anyone who knows, when you see all caps at the start, even if you're not familiar with Slammer, you immediately know the game's going to be special. If someone's shouting at you in all caps going, "Slammer is online, it's Slammer time!" you know stuff is going to get weird. So I can't wait to see how Taylor down here, xKawaiian, handles it. Because when you've been away from the game for a long time, some things come back quickly, but dealing with a weirdo like Slammer is always difficult. Slammer is known for playing some of the craziest builds ever. I think I have a memory of playing Slammer on Eastwatch. Does anyone remember Eastwatch, the map? So this was 2018, I think early 2018. I remember the timing of the map pool because I also remember that was when Ravens could do damage with their anti-armor missiles, and Maru won a couple $100,000 winning WASG with that, looking absolutely unstoppable doing it. But on that map, I played a game basically to quicken things up because I'm taking a long time to tell this story, aren't I? Slammer took, I believe, 14 bases. I don't think he even took a spawning pool. I think he literally just started expanding in the corners, the sides, everywhere. And he would just run drones away or let them die whenever my units would pop up. And I was like harassing him and I was like, what is he doing? And I kept finding new hatcheries that were already filled with drones. And it kind of dawned on me a few minutes in, wait a second, does he have like 100+ workers? Like, oh God, I'm here on like 2 or 3 bases feeling like I'm doing well because I've killed like 50 or 60 drones. Little did I realize he had like 7 bases and hundreds of workers. And I actually barely was able to push in time and finish him before it all paid off. Like if he just had another minute with me not realizing what was happening, he could have made a roach warren, made like 60 roaches, instantly been maxed, and probably done pretty well. But that is the joy and the pain of playing against Slammer. Looks like he's playing a gasless build this time. He's going to send a drone out to rush a 3rd hatchery. Ooh. Now, xKawaiian has not scouted, which is pretty dangerous versus a guy like Slammer. Looks like he did a gas first opening because it's... Oh, no, he didn't. It's Reaper into Reactor. Bit of a dangerous opening if there was Zerglings coming across the map. But he's going to come in, see that this is indeed a pool first opening. Queen and a few drones coming down as well. Seeing that drone transfer should make you probably feel kind of safe. 3rd command center on the high ground. Oh, super economic opening for xKawaiian. Okay. So the problem for xKawaiian here is he doesn't know about the 3rd hatchery. He thinks, yeah, that could be a fake drone transfer. With a pool first build, there could be a roach warren and like 5 roaches coming across. So he's going to basically fall back to the high ground. The saving grace is that he's confident enough to build the command center. If he didn't build the command center or canceled it, he'd be in big trouble. But he's like looking for proxy hatcheries or attacks sneaking around the map. And when he gets in and sees this 3rd base almost finished, he's going to be like, what the hell am I playing against? There we go. He sees it now. So xKawaiian sees it. He's going to jump up inside the main base, go around the right side. Slammer gets a few hits off with the queen. And at this point, getting in, seeing no gas and no second gas. And immediately like, oh, what? This is a weird gasless build. Queen's going to trap him in there. Reaper goes down. Jetpack goes haywire. Chunks of Reaper all over the shop. Damn, is that a foot or an arm? I think that's an arm. I think it might have been a boot. I'm not sure. Either way, chunks of Reaper everywhere. Seeing the 3rd hatchery in the gasless, though, he could sell the bunker if he wants. Because there's no link speed, you can't make roaches, you can't make banelings, slow zerglings aren't a very big threat. And there we go, bunker gets sold, command center's on the way, starport going to be going up behind that factory as well. I don't know though, it's kind of an awkward opening. I feel like if you have Hellions, you can really punish the gasless play. Without Hellions being out, you're going to struggle. The droning is just continuing non-stop, finally going up to the first 2 gases. It feels like xKawaiian's in a very defensive stance. He's building siege tanks. I think he's a little paranoid. I mean, you could argue with 3 command centers, it's okay to play purely defensive, but... Whoa! Did we just rewind? What did I just press? Sorry, guys. I think I just rewound 10 seconds in this replay. Well, and then he scans! Professional production here. What can I say, guys? I really need to remove that hotkey. Unfortunately, my hotkey profile gets reset every time I change regions. Shout out to Battle.net 2.0. Technology. He does scan though, and seeing that there's a baneling nest on the way, as well as that base being filled with drones, no big tells of what Slammer's goal is in this game. Slammer actually also had a pretty big supply block there, losing an Overlord. You see anything with that? Looks like he knows there's a 3rd command center, so he saw the 3rd command center. Didn't really see too much else. It technically still could be a mech build here for xKawaiian. Ling speed and another 4 overlords building for Slammer. Oh my god, Slammer's macro is so rough, man. It's not clean at all. But the man has killer instinct and he has a lot of weird styles that he does. So as imperfect as he is for a GM player, you know, obviously being more of a low GM player rather than a high GM player, he will find ways to mess you up and throw you off. And for now, it seems like Massling Bane is on the way. He's massing it off just 40 drones, though. Really not getting a lot of drones on this third. And feels like he's banking on some gigantic attack happening. Lair does start at the same time. Behind this, Kawaiian's going double upgrade. So he's got double engineering bay. He's going to be getting his 5 barracks up in the near future. SCV production's been okay for Kawaiian. Definitely not perfect. You should be able to hit 45 SCVs off 2 base by 530. So you can tell he's a little rusty as well. I don't know if he's quite GM level after just a few games back. He said he hadn't played for 4 years before I saw him on the ladder recently. And I was like, oh, wow. Good to have him back. I think he was playing too many shooters and whatnot. Ooh, okay. Overlord does get saved by the transfuse. Viking goes down. Nicely done. Seems like a really turtly game for now. But I did have it on good information that this game gets pretty exciting and is pretty interesting. It seems for now, though, Kawaiian's like, I don't want to take any chances versus a silly memer like Slammer, so he's playing very safe. Slammer's now droned up the 3rd base. He's still playing only 2 gas. I think what's powerful here is minerals is what matters the most when you're playing Ling Bane. If you just have a mass of Zerglings with enough Banelings to connect with any big clumps of Marines, you can overwhelm a Terran player. Kawaiian right now moving those Marines out to the left. That's pretty dangerous. I think he's looking for Overlords, but dude, you could get surrounded out there. This Overlord sees everything. Slammer practicing his perversion very well here. I like the spotting depot here, looking for run-bys on the right side. Got a tank on the high ground there with very good coverage. This tank could siege up also. 4th and 5th barracks. Actually, he's going to 6 barracks now, so a bit of an odd barracks count. I say odd. Technically, it's even, pig. 6 is an even number. You guys know what I mean? Odd is in unusual. Normally, players stick to 3, 5, and then I guess you do go 8 barracks usually once you go up to 3 base. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Oh god, oh god, oh god. Slammer sees him. He doesn't see Slammer. He doesn't know he's being watched right now. The Overlord on the pillar. More Banelings are morphing. That is a giant Ling Bane army looking to ambush him. Oh, Kawaiian, you gotta leave your army sieged up, mate. Oh, no, 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 no. I mean, I think Kawaiian's just so confused by this weird game. He's scouting right now. Let's go to his camera. He's moving out for an attack, seeing that 4th base. He's not watching his army, guys. Oh my god, he looks at his army at the last second. He saves a few of the Marines and tanks, but a lot of the Marines do get surrounded and taken out. He's quickly boosting back. He's got to get those tanks on the high ground. Banelings rolling in towards the 3rd. Oh no, the 3rd base. But actually, the Banelings pull back. A few SCVs get saved. 10 SCVs. Slammer sends more Banelings back in there, though. That whole base loses all of its workers. Massling Bane in the natural as well. Oh, this is a disaster. Kawaiian just lost 40 SCVs in the blink of an eye. Oh, man. And that is why you got to have a little bit more map vision, a bit more map control if you're turtling all game like this. Oh, he's even going to kill all these depots, potentially. Going for the bunker. Oh, Slammer's confident taking the fight. He doesn't have any upgrades. Those are 1-1 Marines. This fight might be okay for Kawaiian. Yeah, good tank shots from the high ground, man. It's 20 kills, 18 kills, 16 kills. Tail end of that fight was pretty sloppy. It looks like the medevac does get rid of 1 pervert on the left. Pervert on the right still there. But up to 4 bases. Double Evo chamber goes down. 10 more drones in production. 2 more gases. I mean, Slam is so far ahead at this point. It feels like Kawaiian might just already be dead. He technically has an army supply advantage. 31 Marines, 4 tanks, and a 1-1 upgrade advantage. He could do something, but oh god, no, 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 Kawaiian! Okay, he does save the Marines. Saves 15 of them. Could try to do some sort of big counter push, but it looks like he's just going to try and harass his way back into this game. I think if he moves out, he knows Banelings are going to roll in and kill all of his workers again. So he just says, okay, let's try and get some harassment going. Keep putting Marines, tanks, medevacs. He's not building SCVs. Oh my god, he starts 1. I think he just doesn't have the money. He's so focused on putting Marines and tanks to stay safe. He doesn't really have the money. Finally queues up a few more workers. Definitely is going to need a lot more than that. Slammer's got a lot of Ling Bane there. Queen's in the main base ready to stop a drop in there. 65 drones. 10 more drones coming out. If he gets to 75 workers versus 27, stops the workers, does nothing but army. Kawaiian's dead. Kawaiian needs to make a play, and he needs to make it soon. He's trying to distract on the right side while a drop goes down the left. It's a medevac and about 14 Marines. Only 8 of those will be saved. Ling Bane jumps on top. A few Zerglings die. Uh-oh! Nice positioning by Slammer. 5 Queens sitting in the main base there. This drop getting jumped on by Slammer as well. Slammer doesn't know about the left side. He's going to see it on the minimap. Slammer, he's way out of position. This worked really well. He's reacted quickly, but his Lingbane has a long way to come. That hatchery was already damaged from that earlier Marine that was hitting it during the whole battle. A single Marine Scout softened that up significantly. 8 Marine drops going to go around the backside. Kawaiian switching on ultimate mode right now. He needs to queue up more workers during this, though. And there we go. He does queue up a couple more workers. Otherwise, he's not going to be able to bring it back. Doesn't matter how much you harass the Zerg if they're this far ahead. Those Marines do get taken out in that drop. Lingbane Queen trying to respread the creep, trying to cover this area. 4th base instantly being rebuilt. And a hive is on the way. Not just that, but the upgrade difference is closing. We've got +1 carapace finishing in 40 seconds. And even though an armory started, Kawaiian has not found the money to start 2-2. He's making a second factory right now. His SCV production has been intermittent at best. Only making 1 SCV at a time. Marines here are going to try and hit that right side. He's going to start to clean up these Lings and Banes, but has to pick up and pull away. The tanks are now moving forward for a big push. Slammer doesn't know about it. Ooh, those Queens are about to find out the hard way. That is a big Terran force on the high ground. Lingbane trying to roll forward. Got to watch out for the tank fire, though. Good pullback by Slammer. Slammer on 72 workers versus 37. The economic difference is kind of insane. Even with mills, still 700 minerals, 600 gas more a minute. But he's still droning. With a big army on your doorstep, droning right now is very dangerous for Slammer. I really want to see Slammer just hold down that army keep, make 2-2, get an Ultra Cavern maybe. Maybe actually a Viper would be amazing. With the hive finished, a single Viper, 2 Blinding Clouds. Oh, would ruin this push. Kawaiian starting 2-2. He's still only building 1 worker at a time. Oh no, he's so focused on army right now that, I mean, it means he's maintaining an army advantage, but the next fight has to go well for him. If he loses this whole army for free, it's really bad. Oh, big backstab coming in. Marine's going to take out a few of those. SCVs do run away. Good pullback, but Slammer smash! Slammer not need to kill workers. Slammer just kill command center. Slammer bringing it out there like the legend he is. Just clicks on the command center. Is like, you're on 2 base now. Have fun, Terran player. Kawaiian does not have the money to deal with this. Ultra Cavern is coming up. 2-2. Getting those 2-2 upgrades, very important for Slammer. He's not doing it right now. He does not want to attack into this angle. Slammer should not attack here. If he wants to clean up this push, he's going to need to flank that army because look how far back the siege tanks go. The Kawaiian's applying enough pressure to really make Slammer feel it. Slammer just pulls the drones away, expands to the left, and just keeps backstabbing. I think he can crush it. But how often do Zergs make that decision? Normally Zergs panic and try to keep fighting and tries to go for a backstab, but that backstab goes right through the surround. Oh no! He jumps on the tanks, but he's going to throw away so many Zerglings. Oh my god, did he just throw away 80 Zerglings for 1 siege tank and a Marine? That was disgustingly bad. 2-1 cost efficiency. Slammer smash. Apparently Slammer's smashing his own head into a brick wall right now. Slammer needs smash Terran. Slammer need not smash his own face. He's not taking extra hatcheries either. He needs more hatcheries. He's already, even on this base, he's oversaturated. Slammer's got a big worker advantage, but the income advantage will slip as time goes on, even if he keeps this base up. Kawaiian on 40 workers. He's on 78. Slammer needs to find the path to victory, but remember, Slammer is not an elegant Zerg player. Slammer just makes smash. That's his whole strategy. Banelings continuing to just shift-click down the left side and gun down before they hit anything, a little bit like a campaign mission attack. The tanks are in a great position here. It's massed Baneling. Banelings aren't really what you want against those siege tanks. Ooh, juicy tank shots. But Kawaiian's gonna have to pick up and leave. Oh my god, he lost almost every Baneling. That was another terrible engagement. Just Ultras and Lings could have cleared that alone. Slammer loses all of his Banelings, and all the Marines are still alive behind this. Problem, though, for Kawaiian, he has no Marauders. He's got 1 Marauder building at a time. He doesn't have extra barracks. Luckily, he has a 2-2 upgrade advantage, though, and that does help. Whoa. Slammer's forgotten kindness plating. That's the most important upgrade for Ultras, is the +2 armor upgrade for the Ultras. Instead, these are just 3 armor Ultralisks, which are not particularly powerful. It's all about getting that armor. He is at least making 2-2, but he's making ultra speed. That's the wrong upgrade. Okay, he cancels it. There we go. Kindness plating coming in, or chitness, as I used to call it as a child, because what the hell, man? You guys see how that word's even spelt? That doesn't even make sense. Anyways, Ultras and Lings. The tank Marine spready's pretty good. I think there's enough Zerg to overwhelm, though. Slammer's just had so much more income for so long. He's going to go for it. The Lings are up front, but no, he backs out of it. Slammer not feeling confident. Trying to take this base. I wouldn't mind backstabs for Slammer. Give up the base, keep backstabbing. He's sending all of his Lings across the map. They are going across in a bit of a stream. xKawaiian has not been building units, though. He's been supply blocked. On 157, he's got nothing to defend. One Ultra does get baited into the push, though. That Ultra is getting smashed. The Lings are in on top of stuff. If the Lings can get up the ramp, he'll win the game. If the Lings are not going up the ramp, that's going to let the Bio gather up there. Ooh, Ling Ultra forced to fight. He's a little messed up, though. The units are spread out. It's a lot of Marines. Kindness plating and 2-2 aren't quite done. Slammer needs to give up this base. I don't think he can fight right now. He's realizing he's got to back off, but he's left the drones behind. He's got to defend those workers. The Marines do come far out front. Nice transfuses for Slammer, but the lack of kindness plating and +2 armor is really hurting. Lings do get up in the main base, though. The Natural's being ransacked. Kawaiian's third is wide open. The Lings are going to find that base now. Back at the front, Ultra Queen still looking for that big engage. Slammer refusing to give up this base. Transfuse. Ultras trying to get on top. Oh, kindness plating has now kicked in, guys. He's got 5 armor on those Ultras. They are much tankier versus the Marines and Marauders, but they get stuck behind the Queens there. Some of them go down. They do clear the siege tanks. Kawaiian screwed, though. I think Kawaiian is just dead because he's got no mining, 11 SCVs. I mean, he's going to kill that base, and a good pickup to save the army. He's still got an almost even army supply, and Slammer's income does suck. Slammer's taking a hatchery there, but he has very little mineral income. He's going to try and retake on this side as well. I still think this is a crazy long shot for Kawaiian to get back in this game, man. Ever since losing the 40 workers earlier in this game, now he loses another 35. There's still 2 Zerglings here kind of ruining his day. Single Marine goes down. I think that Marine loses to that Zergling in a battle. Adrenal glands and 2-1 upgrades are finished, about to be 2-2. And once you've got Adrenal plus 40% attack speed on Zerglings, it's the reason we call them cracklings, guys, because they are both crack soldiers that are also on crack, and their trigger fingers are itching. I guess they don't really have trigger fingers. Their bitey claws are itching? I don't know. Kind of weird when you're talking about an insect being a crack soldier. It's kind of a weird cross analogy. Anyways, Queen's going to go after the Liberator. Kawaiian's going to go for the Doom Drop with the Liberator Siege inside the main base. Queens are doing some good damage. Oh, he gets a full medevac. Another one almost goes down. This is huge. He gets a lot of those units, but they do get unloaded on the high ground. 2-2 versus 2-2, soon to be 3-3. Kawaiian's going to get up here. All the Overlords. Oh god, all the Overlords. Get those Overlords out of there. Slammer needs to control click these Overlords and move them out to the left. He tries to do it, but so many are going down. The Liberator sieging up, making this a very hard area to engage. I think you just give it up. He's going to go for it. He's going to try to YOLO into the Libs. Uh-oh. But look at that. He just picks up. Okay, he picks up, saves a lot of those units. Ooh, and then he's going to unload again. He's going to unload. Look at that. He's going to say, come and fight me. Come and fight me. There is a Queen working the Libs from behind, but anytime you bait the Ultras into the Liberator zones, that's a big problem. He gets the Queen. He gets the Queen. He picks up. Kawaiian does the... He does the pickup there. Oh, look at that. Okay, the Libs focus down the Queens. The Libs focus down the Queens. The units are going to drop again. Get back up. Get back up. You don't want to drop in the Banelings. Kawaiian showing some very nice micro right now. Oh, he's got those old pro gamer pieces of muscle memory kicking in right now. Showing us just how good he is. Takes down an Ultralisk there as well. Kawaiian, nice play, man. The Liberators have taken out a whole lot of Ultras. He's actually ruining this. And Slammer's not building tech. He should build an Ultra Cavern and a few Queens elsewhere, but he just threw away all of his Queens and his Ultras, which means now Kawaiian can parade through the rest of the bases. He's also got a tank on the high ground, a Liberator, and a pack of Bio defending his ramp. Slammer's gonna need to migrate his Overlords and his tech elsewhere, but he's not making that decision. He seems a little bit stubborn right now. He's like unwilling to make that decision. You know what, guys? If he just ran his Spore Crawlers up and burrowed them on the Liberators, he would have won this game. But Slammer's in too much panic right now. Kawaiian's piling the pressure on him. Now he's trying to move these spores kind of over. But you got to go in with the Ultraling, force the Bio to pick up, and then root the spores underneath. And that's exactly what you need to do. Every Terran needs a good root, man. Think about how long they've been out here fighting bugs. Kawaiian's thirsty as, man. That's just for you, Taylor, if you're watching this video down the track, mate. Sure, he'll enjoy that. He's like, I'm not that thirsty anymore. Anyways, Ling Ultra Bane coming on in. The Bio pick it up, try to pull back to the right side. Liberator's taking some Spore Crawler hits as well. Drones are on that base on the right side. The Liberator's going to try and move down. If he wins this game, this is going to be actually insane. If Kawaiian finds a way to win this game, that would be wild. I mean, obviously a Spire, you've got money. Drop a Spire, get like 4 Corruptors out. You're going to kill everything. But Slammer's like, no! Slammer not make Corruptor. Slammer just make Smash units. Corruptor not Smash. Corruptor stupid flying unit. I guarantee you this is actually Slammer's thought process. I can see into this man's mind's eye, guys. I can see. Look at this. 2-2 upgrades versus 3-3. Remember, watch out for the Libs. You gotta bring a Spore up whenever you do that. If you bring both Spores up, you can do it, man. Yeah, just keep Ultras on both sides. Move the Spores. You gotta just stay in. Okay, you gotta bring more than one Spore at a time, dude. You gotta bring them all. Bring them all. xKawaiian drops. He's trying to click on the Spore Crawler. He clicks it. Okay, he does get rid of the Spore Crawler, but he's losing units there. He does lose a bunch of units. He might just need to go elsewhere. He's going to try and take out the Spore again. You got to, just not. More than one Spore at a time, Slammer. More than one at a time. Slammer. You had like 3 or 4 Spore Crawlers here. Bring them all. Oh my God, he keeps getting baited into the Liberator zone. Guys, we've said Zerg aren't the smartest before. Well, turns out a Zerg that roleplays as an Ogre is even sillier sometimes. Oh my God, there's an attack coming down the right as well. Slammer. Oh man, just rebuild your tech elsewhere. Stop fighting this and make units that shoot up. He's only making Queens, which are one of the weakest units for killing Liberators. At least they do shoot up though. He will be able to keep this base alive. But look at this. Now xKawaiian joins these units up. I would drop mules to repair the libs as well. As silly as that sounds, if I were him, I would drop mules and repair these Liberators. These Liberators don't get taken out, man. You're gonna ruin it. He's gonna siege a lib on that right side. Oh man, I would have tried to bring like 6 Spore Crawlers up at once if I was Slammer. Slammer's trying to make a Roach Warren. Guys, he wants to make Ravages to counter the Liberators. That is the dumbest counter ever. Slammer, what are you doing, mate? Ravages are so gas expensive. They're expensive in general, and they're not specialized for taking down these units. Yeah, they could technically take out a siege lib, but this is a crazy choice. He's building a bunch of Spore Crawlers right now. The Liberator came in and killed a whole bunch of drones. That Liberator has 28 kills. Oh my God. These 2 Liberators, 16 kills and also 28 kills. Finally, the Queens are going to defend that one. Slammer's trying to expand to the left of the map. Probably should have done this a while ago. Like I said, making that choice to migrate tech, needed to make that choice earlier. It's really cost Slammer some of the momentum. I still think Slam is hands down winning this game because xKawaiian's economic pressure is none, right? There's always a pressure of like, well, what if during all this distraction and delay your opponent builds up? Dude, he's on 18 SCVs and he's still mining off his initial 2 bases that have almost no minerals left on them. Like, xKawaiian's income is almost non-existent, and if he moves out to take a third, Zerglings are going to run in and ruin his day. There's an Ultra and a pack of Zerglings making sure he doesn't expand, so you're looking pretty good. But the drippy droppies are looking good, and remember, Slammer has struggled to split the army up, but as I say that, Slammer splits the army in 2 halves. One to the right, one to the left. It's going to lose that hatchery though. Nice snipe there. Ooh, xKawaiian, better get out. Better save some of these Marines. Looks like some Lings run in. The Bio's trying to defend that factory out front. Keep that alive for now. A few Marines do end up getting saved and pulling away. This army's going to try to stim in here. Stim in to win. Liberators are facing the right. Bio army's going to be facing the left. Uh-oh, that Spore just killed 1, 2 medevacs. 3 medevacs just went down. Uh-oh, that was a big mistake for xKawaiian. This might be a bit of a throwy throw by going in there and losing those medevacs. A bunch of Marine Marauder goes down, but he's luring through the Liberator zones at least, and that is something. If he can take out these Queens, that's good. The Ultras need to protect the Queens. You gotta protect these Queens. Oh, one of the Liberators goes down. The 30-kill Liberator's still there, but now you can chase this army back for sure. Yeah, xKawaiian's gonna lose this army if he tries to siege this. He's gotta just run now. Turn tail and run, and his time ruining Slammer's income is over. 3 Spores guarding the right. Actually, Slammer's income kind of sucks. Slammer's down to just 31 drones. The gold base getting ransacked as well. Queens are trying to go and defend that. They can't defend it on their own. And he's sending his whole army to the left. No, Slammer, keep your army split up. Okay, few Ultras do stay on the right. Luckily, Slammer kept all of his Overlords alive. But look at this. xKawaiian's going to move out and retake a 3rd base. How? And this Roach is building right now, guys. That's right. Slammer is going to go into an unupgraded Roach transition. He's just going to make a handful of Ravages to deal with the Libs. This is the worst thing to spend your minerals and gas on right now. These Roaches are going to be like the lowest tier unit in the game. You're going to empty your final gas bank just to get a few Ravages. Oh man, this is not ideal. How many Ultras have died in this game? Well, gonna try and get one more. Gonna pick up. Okay, nice pickups by xKawaiian. 15 Ultras have gone down in this game. That is wild. Double the units lost. 41,000 versus under 21,000. That is crazy. Gold base does survive on the left, but there's still 2 Marines there that can come back in later. And it's the mobility that is really being struggled with. Slammer not know how to build units that shoot up. Only Queens. Other units not exist. That apparently is what Slammer believes because, yeah, I mean, Ravages don't deal with drops. It's the mobility that's the problem. Oh no, another drop comes in. Is xKawaiian actually going to bring this game back? I think he's broken Slammer's brain. I think he may have actually broken Slammer's brain at this point. Remember, he lost 40 workers at like the 8-minute mark. Was so far behind in this game. But now, even though he's lost 87 SCVs, Zerg's lost 49 drones over the last 5 minutes of this game. And he's got a new base down there. He's lifted his main out there, his 3rd here, And he basically just says, as long as I never move away from my ramp and I just keep dropping you, you've shown you can't really handle this. There's like random Ravages morphing right now. Slammer's making Ravages. Oh my god. The commitment to the roleplay. I bet Slammer probably actually has like a rule like Slammer not make spellcasters. Spellcasters weak. He probably has the same rule about like corruptors as well, right? It's like flying units weak, spellcasters. I bet he actually has some sort of weird rule. He probably has like a piece of paper next to his monitor where he's like role playing and he's just like, thou shalt not type anything that is not in all caps. Thou must only talk about slamming and big hammers. And thou must only build slamming units. And he's like, Lings, Ultras, Roaches, Ravagers, Queens, or something. You're like, okay. I admire a man with a code, you know? Because he sticks to what he believes. Liberator's still alive there. This gold base is going to start mining. There's only 18 drones left, and you'll notice that whenever he's in trouble, he goes back to his whole army on one control group, does Slammer, chasing around two Marines and a medevac. And Kawaiian's now got a very big army out. He's almost even in army supply, 88 versus 100. The 10 Ultras is still an issue. He doesn't have an answer to that. If Kawaiian gets over Ogre and moves out, he's screwed. I think this is the right way to do it. Just drop mules, lift your bases whenever the army comes in, because there's nothing that shoots up. So you can afford to just keep running back to your high ground whenever you need to. I'd probably keep building tanks if I was him as well, or Liberators. Something to try and deal with this. I mean, Liberators have shown they're basically the hard counter to Slammer. Slammer's going to try and take a hatchery there and a hatchery there. He still has a lot more of the map control on his side. Only 3 queens for anti-air for Slammer. That drop could distract him with this. This drop pulls this army out of position. Kawaiian's going to go for a drop around the back. Drop it like it's hot. Medevac's going to go around the left. Never underestimate a Zerg's ability to lose a game to drops, guys. Ultralist does get on top. Nice hot pickup by Kawaiian. Slammer's got the gold base there and a base in the bottom right, though. I think now that Slammer's kind of reset into take a lot of bases mode, if he does hold down the drone key for a little bit, he could get back in a decent spot. He never got 3-3, but he's got 2-2, Kindness, and Adrenal, the most important Hive Tech upgrades. He can also get back to Hive and make, or even just a lair, make anything that shoots up. Spire, a few Corruptors, you win this game. Spawning pool goes down, which means even if he wanted to start a lair, he can't do it for a long time. He's got only 2 gases mining there. He's losing all the other gases. Ultraling trying to deal with this. The drops, though, just dancing around left, right, and center. I do like this single Ultralisk here. Ooh, those Marines did not get dropped in a good spot. Their corpses just get flung across the map. Got a little Marauder Marine drop dancing down here. The Ultra cannot defend both sides at once. So the Ultra's like, hey, get here. Does he just pick up, drop on the other side, drop on the other side? Oh, he's not watching. He's distracted. Okay, there we go. Picks up, drops on the other side. Marauder having a field day. And it's a 3-3 Marauder. It's got 4 armor, which means drones only do 1 damage a hit. You cannot kill that with drones. Ling Ultra comes in. They make the base lift off, but there's still a Liberator overhead. Oh no, and he loses his Ravages that he spent so much gas on. Oh no, Slammer. Slammer angry. Slammer just wants slam. And Kawaiian is not letting him do it. Slammer is refusing to build units that shoot up and getting punished for it. Still has 10 Ultras on the field, but if these guys start bleeding out, there's no more replacing it. That economic advantage from earlier in the game, it's gone. You might still be up 30 army supply, but for how much longer? That's triple stimmed bio, so he's doing a good job of scaring Kawaiian into stimming his army around. Kawaiian needs to let those units heal up a little bit, but Kawaiian's got double the worker count. So the longer this goes, the better it is for him. Ultra does take out a bunch of those Marines. A few Lings are going to run in there from that side. Maybe pick off a few SCVs on these bases if they want to. Baneling Nest is building. Lair, Spire, you don't need a Baneling Nest. I mean, I guess against the mass Marine he's seen, I understand why he's doing it. Look at this though, Kawaiian's got 4 bunkers up. Slammer's on 18 drones and he's making nothing but Zerglings and Banelings. Slammer just wants to slam. He's got gold bases mining, so even with 18 workers, his mineral income's not too bad. Double drops flying around. I mean, the Baneling Nest, there's not enough gas income for it to be worth it. Surely. Surely. Oh my god. I can't wait to read the comments on this video. I can already see them. What is wrong with him? Just build something that shoots up. There's no way this guy is GM. In Platinum, nobody does this. I don't know. A lot of you have already typed these comments before getting to the end of the video. So please edit your comment and just acknowledge if I called you out for those. I agree, Slayer is definitely making some mistakes, but remember that Starcraft is a vast game with many paths to victory. There are little pro gamers who sometimes make what appears to be, at face value, really dumb decisions. And I think, honestly, I don't think it's Slammer being dumb. I really think it's Slammer has like a weird rule. Like, you guys know how printf plays one base or die try and cannon rush every game and never expand. And those are his rules. He always follows it. He's like, yeah, I just like playing with a restriction on myself and just kind of being creative within that restriction, finding a way to victory within it. And Slam is still in a very competitive position in this game. He's finally starting to drone back up here. Has finally said, okay, I need an Ultra on both sides if I want to deal with this double drop. I still worry about if Liberators start flying around, what's going to happen. But XKawaiian's a bit too heavy on Marines. He needs to make sure he builds more Marauders. I would love to see him swap a few barracks off the reactors, build tech labs with them, and just get more Marauders in the mix, because this is a mostly Marine army. This base is very exposed. I mean, Slammer can slam that base right now. He absolutely can. The bunkers on the left will not help. The double drop on the right won't really help either. That Ultra can win this fight on creep. It can win this fight. Those guys are going to get one shot. Ooh, okay, only one Marine dies. Ends up getting tossed in between the minerals with a bit of a splatter there. New Marauder drop. 6 Marauder drop, though? Oh, that's a problem for an Ultralisk. That's where you need some Zerglings to help deal with that. XKawaiian's still expanding. He's at 46 SCVs. He's still at a 2-to-1 cost efficiency ratio. And if he gets this Ultra, he can kill these drones as well. Slammer might have to just pull back to this top left side of the map, mine these bases out, mine that central base. Oh, he's going to go for a surround. Good move. Lings do crazy damage. Remember, they don't have 3-3, but even with 2-2 and Adrenal Glands, they still do okay. Takes out the bunkers, kills the depot. Ooh, does fall back. Same time, the Ultra dies on the right side, though. That's going to be a very costly loss, and XKawaiian's income continues to grow. The question is, what does XKawaiian do with it? Because so far it's just been mass bio with a few tanks and not much else. I really feel XKawaiian, you got to get a Starfort reactor. He's building double tank, so he's deciding pure bio tank will do it. And technically, if you have enough, tanks will kill Ultras. They do 70 damage a shot versus armored, 65 after the Ultralisk armor, or sorry, 64 after the armor is accounted for. So that's actually going to be something where I'm not good at numbers, but that's like, I don't know, 7, 8. That's like about 8 shots to kill an Ultralisk, which is not terrible, not with their range. But the lack of Marauders definitely hurting. He's up to 8 Marauders now, which is a little better. He forgot to get concussive, though. Doesn't help versus the Ultras, does help a lot versus the Ling Bane. Okay, Marauders up front, clearing some creep. They might have to pick up into this. He pulls back, tries to bait him into the siege tanks. Pretty big Marine spready here for XKawaiian as well. Planetary's trying to go up in the bottom right. Adrenal Gland Zergling goes in, is going to try and distract him. Meanwhile, Marauder's getting surrounded up the front. Does lose 2 Marauders, but the tanks get a few shots off on that. Zergling manages to kill 1 SCV. Getting close to getting another one. Plus 3 armor, really helping those SCVs survive. And you can see the SCVs turn and fight. They don't do much damage, but they get it. Massling's going to go down to the right, but the Planetary's there. He's going to need a lot of Banelings to roll into the repairing SCVs if he wants to win that. Ultra Baneling rolling in. Siege tanks firing. Slammer. Whoa! Guys, Slammer's building a Spire! This would have checkmated XKawaiian 10-15 minutes ago, but I don't know if it's going to do anything now because he's not really going out with many drops. So as good as Corruptors will be for clearing up the medevacs, you need to just have enough Ultraling Bane on the ground, and that's where missing 3-3 is really hurting. Banelings are going to roll in. Good pull away on the SCVs. I think he gets it. That's actually a really good snipe. Well done. If XKawaiian focus fired the Banelings, he could have quickly pulled back to repair and maybe saved that. That's incredibly high level. Not something a rusty pro gamer that hasn't played in years is really going to be able to do. Slammer is out here on the left with Ultras. Oh my god, XKawaiian's trying to rally. Careful, don't go too deep on creep, man. Okay, his whole army stims. Oh my lord. Yeah, that's very scary. Attacking into that from one side. I mean, Infestors win the game so hard. If you get 1 or 2 fungals on this ball of bio, XKawaiian is so screwed. And if you sandwich the army, it's also pretty screwed, even without the fungal. Problem right now is these roaches, all they're going to do is block your units, so you really want to throw those away, harassing a base, kill some SCVs, get them killed, and replace that with better supply. I'd love to see Slammer give this base up and set up a flank. I don't know if Slammer knows how to flank, though. Slammer likes to smash, and smashing is more of a front-on tactic. If you're a barbarian, you don't exactly look to backstab your opponent with a surprise attack. You know, talking D&D terms, Slammer is absolutely, as a role player playing a barbarian, he isn't going to be doing that. He's just going to rage and try to thwonk you in the face with his goddamn club. Lings and Banes rolling in. Oh, watch out, watch out, watch out. Banelings on the SCVs. Big Juicy's coming in there. Nicely done by Slammer. Ooh-wee. Ultraling Bane could jump on this army, but look at the spready. Those tanks are a little exposed, though. The bio comes forward, can't resist the tank. Slammer goes for it, but he sees how far the tank line goes, and that's a very painful fight. He lost a lot of units. Still 29,000 lost for Terran, 53,000 for Zerg. The Zerg damage on the economy is starting to trade pretty well. Dude, if he moves a bunch of Ultras and Ling Bane around here, Slammer could ruin the economy of xKawaiian once again and send him back to the Stone Age. These Lings are going to do pretty damn good damage. The lack of 3-3 definitely slowing him down, but another 10-20 SCVs going down. Back to 19 workers. xKawaiian's economy goes to D-Town, and this game is still 35 minutes in anyone's game. It's anyone's game. Way more income right now for the Zerg, but the Zerg does not know how to use spellcasters and keeps headbutting into this. I really feel like he should go around and try to crack the production and give up these bases on the left, migrate to... Oh, he doesn't have much. He's got to keep this middle base alive. This top left base also. The gold base is not that important. It just has 2 fresh patches on it. Gonna lose the Baneling Nest by the looks of it. Oh, he's going for a surround. Corruptors! Oh no, xKawaiian! He was distracted by a Ling run by in the bottom right of the map. Oh no, the Corruptors there, stopping him from being able to lift off, taking out a lot of those medevacs. That was a great fight. Looks like the bunker is burning in the bottom right side as well. xKawaiian is on a bunch of SCVs. You can see they're all running around. Looks like they were running away from the combat. 153 army supply for Terran, 134 army supply for Zerg. Zerg is out producing right now. And I still think the whole army for xKawaiian basically needs to be all together to win a fight. Whereas Slammer, if he can do small fights like this, he's going to start winning those fights. Could surround on some Marines, but with a planetary replacing the orbital at this base, that's going to hurt. This orbital did lift off. Slammer's going to take 2 more gases on this central base that is very fresh. A few minerals there. Plenty of minerals up in this top left. Baneling Nest is going to be rebuilt. He wants more Banelings to smash through the planetaries. Look at that. 8 siege tanks. Marines coming. Luckily for Slammer, xKawaiian does not have vehicle weapon upgrades on these siege tanks just yet. Dude, hats off to xKawaiian for even making it this far. He still might just get his army wiped. I mean, if he's out of position one time, these Ultras and Banelings are going to ruin him. There's 30 Banelings. If they get near the Marines, they're screwed. The Ultras and Lings get on the tanks, they'll disappear in an instant. He's got to be so careful with like hugging these cliffs. I'd also like to see him clear the creep up a bit, but he's kind of low on scans. He's only got 3 orbitals. Those Marines going to try and attack this base. Slammer's out of position a little bit right now. A few Ultras are going to split there with some Banes. Oh, does take those out very nicely. And up here in the top left, he's going to have to respond to that. Looks like some Corruptors are going to go PP in the bottom right. Ooh, you guys know me. I'm a bit of a... I just like nasty things in general. It's like, what do you enjoy in Starcraft? Nasty. I enjoy the nasty, and that's exactly what these Corruptors are about to do. 11 Corruptors unzip their flies. They've been drinking beer all night, and they're about to drop that caustic spray all over that command center. Meanwhile, Ultraling Bane is defending in the top left. xKawaiian's feeling a bit desperate. He loses that command center. He's going to start pushing in. All the tech's up here for Slammer. Slammer needs to back off. Slammer needs to give this base up. He's going to lose a lot of drones, though. He didn't run his drones away until too late. xKawaiian's going to get him. Oh, xKawaiian with the punish gets 20 drones in the blink of an eye. 89 workers have died for 141 SCVs this game. So many workers dying. This base is now at forfeit as well. And that's a huge problem. He's got his lair right there. Slammer, oh man. Imagine just one fungal on this army. It would win the game so suddenly, but now he's only got 6 Ultras. His Ling Bane count's a little bit smaller. Remember, he cannot rebuild Ultras either. Corruptors might go for another PP. I think that's a good choice, guys. I mean, at this point, you're going full base trade. You're both trading all of your bases. xKawaiian still has the left base, but if you kill this one, you just have to kill that left base, and then you've both got very little mining. New base on the right is starting to mine for Slammer. Kept 27 workers alive. Mass repair can keep it alive for a little bit. If you don't have anti-air damage, it's a waste of money. It's going to go down inevitably. For those who don't know, with the Corruptor spray, it only starts at 7 damage a second for the first 4.5 seconds, but then it increases times 5 to 35 damage a second each Corruptor. So you're paying on that with, what is that, 11 Corruptors times 35, it's 350 damage a second. You ain't repairing that. It just gets way out of control, and you need a lot of Marines or something shooting the Corruptors down to punish. 8 medevacs, 11 tanks, 3 marauders, 107 Marines. He's deep on creep. If Slammer looks for the flank and this army comes into the open, I think Slammer can close the doors. I think Slammer, even down 40 army supply, if he waits for the tanks to be unsieged and to move forward just a little more, he can do this. Corruptors once again unzip their flies. Slammer not only smash, Slammer also go wee-wee. Slammer apparently does know how to build Corruptors and go wee-wee, guys. I'm not sure if he's breaking his own enforced roleplay rules here or not. A few Lings are going to come in and find those SCVs. He's going to go for it. He's going for it. with half of the army. No, he's just trying to clear the front Marines. Good move. He clears some Marines, takes a tank fully, pulls back. Great move, great move. Oh, the Ultras get kited in. The Marines gun them down. Marines chasing this far against Banelings on creep is a crazy choice by XKawaiian. It's a crazy choice. Ling Bane Ultra comes in from the right. Banelings connecting with the Marines. XKawaiian may have gone too far away from the tanks, but the Banelings get gunned down. There's not that many Ultras left. The Ultras are in the red. The Ultras are in the red. The last two Ultras are almost down. Oh my god, he might have done it. Slammer does not have production right now, guys. He's trying to build 18 Zerglings, but he doesn't have a Baneling Nest. He doesn't have an Ultra Cabin. He's got a lot of money, but he can't spend it. He barely gets defeated by XKawaiian's army, despite XKawaiian having a big army. Slightly, the Ravagers go down. The Corruptors are still here. XKawaiian has almost no money. XKawaiian's income sucks, but he's got a lot of command centers out there. He's going to slowly rebuild it, and he's building 11 Marines at a time. Meanwhile, if he can just find the last base, he wins. These Corruptors need to try to lure him away. Don't lure him back to your base. No, Slammer F2! Slammer F2 bad! Slammer, your Corruptors should be trying to lure him back to defend his command centers, not back here without a Baneling Nest. I don't think you could do this, man. The Marines are heavily damaged. Maybe if he can kill the Medivacs or the Corruptors, the Lings could do something, but I think this might just be it. He doesn't have the numbers to fight this. Drones are being pulled off the line. The Lings are trying to overwhelm. Slammer tries to engage drones, Lings, Corruptors, everything again. The Corruptors will clear all the Medivacs, but there's still going to be some Marines, Marauders, and tanks left at the end. Slammer, no GG! Oh my god, that's the first time I've seen Slammer not say Slammer needs a bigger hammer at the end of the game. I think he may have actually been tilted, because let's be real, that was kind of throw of the century. He was so far ahead, but the Liberators, it's one of those things, if you haven't dealt with that Liberator move with the siege up in the main base, it can break your brain, and that is exactly what it did in this game. I mean, it was like 10 minutes of these Liberators running back and forwards. He ends up building Spore Crawlers, but yeah, if he did that earlier, moved his Spore Crawlers from his bases, remember, he's got this Spore Crawler here, he's got one there. If he uproots all these spores and brings them over there, he could just jump on top and have cleared it up, but he doesn't do that for like so long. XKawaiian found crazy efficiency, and hats off to him for fighting back. That was a really fun game. I hope you guys enjoyed this absolutely bizarre encounter. And yeah, I look forward to reading all your comments about, there's no way this is GM play. I think they were both about 4,900 MMR on a NA ladder, which is kind of just around the lower end of GM, but GM nonetheless. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time. Goodbye and good night.